Hey, so check it out. My name is Rock Thomas and I am your whole life millionaire mentor. And the reason that I've gotten really good at helping people become millionaires is because I teach them ways that they can create and generate revenue with no money down. You see, one of the biggest problems is that people don't have cash to invest in real estate. But stop the car, you can do it without it. You can do an Airbnb property simply like the one I have right here that I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you exactly how I showed my student Mike, who now has 28 doors at the time of this recording. He was able to go on and retire himself, his wife, and his mother, and he's able to operate this very successful business and not have to do his W-2 anymore without any money down. You can go on and acquire properties later, but you can do this business with zero money down. It's a great way to raise your cash flow, get some momentum going, and then later be able to acquire properties and increase your revenue even more. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. I'm also going to take you on a little tour of my own personal Airbnb. Let's go. See, when you have an Airbnb, you can goof around and have some fun. This is one of my Airbnbs, and I want to show you 3 different ways that you can actually make money with an Airbnb. And the very first one, actually, my mother, who's 84, is doing the same thing I'm doing. If you have a house, you own a piece of real estate, you can do what we call house hacking, and you can rent a room, or in my case, the guest house. In my mother's case, she rents a room in her house for $62.50, and she has different people that come. She loves meeting them and all that kind of thing, and she was able to save up enough money and go out and buy herself a Honda Civic. Pretty cool, right? Piece of property, an asset you already have. We call it house hacking. Make a little bit of extra money. So that's number 1. Number 2, what you can do is you can take a property that somebody else owns and you can manage it for them. So you can co-host and then manage the property for them. So in this particular case, I don't want to manage the property I have here, so I have somebody else that's a co-host. They manage the property for me. They make the registrations, they onboard the person, they collect the money, they do all of that for me, and I pay them 20 or 25% in exchange. And you could do that by knocking on people's doors, talking to people you know, doing it for friends that you may know that have a house that's vacant part of the time, or even a room. Whatever the case may be, zero money down. You're basically a property manager, paid more than a property manager conventionally, with less hassle as far as I'm concerned. A lot of it can be leveraged to technology, but more on that when you actually take the course. The last way is you can go out and buy yourself a property, and then you own the asset's appreciating, somebody else is paying for it, and you just manage it yourself now, furnish it yourself, and you do the whole deal. You make a little bit more in the rent, but you've got to manage it a little bit more than having somebody that rents it, let's say, for a year. So the 3 different ways are house hack by renting a room or a portion of the house that you currently own, buy yourself a house, do it, or you can do it with somebody else's house by managing the property for them. They own the asset, they buy the furniture, you're the manager. 1, 2, 3, all the way to financial freedom. All right, so check this out. I've been in real estate for a long time, and there's 3 reasons why people don't buy real estate. Number 1 is they don't have the discipline to save up the cash, which is understandable. It's difficult this day and age. Number 2 is they don't have a good credit rating, so they can't get the financing and borrow other people's money. And number 3 is they don't have the emotional wherewithal to go through all the problems of managing a property. You know, leaky toilets late at night when you're busy working, or tenants that leave in the middle of the night or disrupt things. So it's not that different with an Airbnb. It's really very similar, right? You've got to be able to overcome those if you're going to be a good manager and if you're going to be successful in an Airbnb. So the first thing is the cleaning. Now you might think, God, that's going to be difficult, especially if you own it out of state. But guess what? There's now a group that's been started called turnoverbnb.com. Go to that website and post your property, and you'll have people bidding on cleaning it, and they know exactly how Airbnb works. So you have nothing to do. They'll go in, they'll set it up, and they'll turn it over for you automatically. So check the box there, it's leveraged totally out. Cool? Number two is you're gonna wanna make sure you take care of some of the maintenance and the stocking. So once you've got it set up, then you gotta make sure that you got somebody on call, and there are people and resources as well that will do some of the little fixing of the problems, right? And fixing of the toilet or a broken handle or whatever the case may be. And often the cleaning people, you can organize it so they'll do the stocking of toilet paper and paper towel, and you put a bottle of wine there. It just really depends on your style, but that can all be leveraged out as well. So not to worry. There's systems for that. There are people doing this in different states remotely, never being there. Like for me, I don't do anything. It's all totally leveraged out. Cool? And of course, the last, but really could be the first, is you got to decorate it. You got to get furniture, and you got to do all that. So if you have that touch in your interior decorator, you're good with, making it look nice, fantastic. Otherwise, we can really give you the step-by-step process on how to do that. What to put in there, what not to put in there, how to make it really nice, but keep it simple and keep the costs low. If you're going to do your own place, then you're going to have to decorate and invest yourself. If you're going to be managing somebody else's place, you maybe guide them and help them what to put in there, but you're not going to invest in the property itself or in the furniture itself. So if you check that out, it's really super simple, right? You've got the cleaning leveraged out, you've got the maintenance and the stocking, that's handled by those people as well. It's a phone call, and even to the fact that technology makes it so super simple. You can have a passcode on the door, you can have a lockbox with a key. The passcode, actually, you can organize it so that the last 4 digits are the same last 4 digits of the person's cell phone number, and it changes automatically when they leave. It's a business that can be hugely leveraged, and there's no reason why you should not start with your first Airbnb. The first Airbnb I did, I tried to wing it and just kind of figure things out from what I'd been hearing on the street, if you will. And this property that was near a ski resort up in Canada. It's a really nice property, 5,800 square feet, 14-foot ceilings, vaulted. It was, industrial model, really nice. And I thought once I had it furnished and everything, I would put it on the market, and I would try it at $300 a night, which I thought, a hotel would cost you a couple hundred. I'll ask a little bit more. Boom, gone. 10 days. $300 a night. I'm like, whoa, jackpot. I'm not in town. They can rent it while I'm not there. Well, guess what? I took a course a little while later because I started to realize there was things I didn't know that I didn't know. And I found out that there's a way that you can learn how to price a property based on the competition around there. I discovered that I could rent it for $1,000 a night. So I kind of lost $7,000 in that education process. So my suggestion to you is, do what Warren Buffett said, is learn from other people that have mastered the game. You might have to pay a little bit to do that, but it's going to save you in the long run. Make sense? All right, now everybody has questions when it comes to this, is how are you going to do this, and how can I learn all the moving parts? So in my mastermind group, M1, we have a lot of different things that we teach people. We teach people mindset, but we most importantly teach them the vehicles that they can use in order to become financially free. So Airbnb is one of them. Take example, my student Mike. He's gone on to become one of our teachers within the community. So if you want to learn more on how to acquire, operate, manage, run an Airbnb, what I suggest you do is that you jump on a call with one of my directors of opportunity, and they're going to walk you through all the processes on how you can become an Airbnb host or a co-host or acquire the property, and give you all the tools and all of the resources in order for you to be able to become a successful Airbnb operator. So go ahead, schedule a call. So there's a lot of people that love to travel, yes? Are you one of those people? Well, if you do, one of the hacks that people do that run some Airbnbs is they choose some Airbnbs in the best locations on the planet. Like my buddy Mike again, I talked about earlier, he had a dream to have a home, up on a mountain overlooking a lake. And so he found one, and when it's not rented out for Airbnb, guess what? He goes and stays there with his family absolutely free. Cool. He can check up on it, he can make some improvements, some adjustments, and he saves a ton of money. Now, he's a CPA, he probably knows the answer to this. Is the traveling cost to get there tax deductible? Probably yes. So that being said, makes me start to think, what if you had a few Airbnbs around the world that you were going to go check up on, and then your whole trip for you and your family is tax deductible. Now, would that increase the quality of your life? Yes or yes. Would that make things exciting and adventurous? Yes or yes. So as you move through to this entrepreneurial spirit, which I'm inviting you to do, by the way, it gives you a chance to save money, make money, and be a leader of your family so you can have a quality of life that is better than what you currently have. So I hope you got a lot out of this video and you learned that Airbnb is something that you can do just like I did it, and many, many other people have done it all over the world. And now it might be your turn. If you want more information, you want to learn how to do stuff like this, then go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe so you can continue to get quality videos like this from me and be alerted when they show up. So we'll see you on the next video and learn more about how you can be the next millionaire next door.